Hey everybody, Brother Al Stone to give you a quick update for the Canadian Gospel Project, Bearing Precious Seed Canada. I am in Prudenville, Michigan at Camp Kobiak having a tremendous meeting with about 225 young people from Ohio and Michigan. It has been an unbelievable camp. I am so thrilled at what God's doing. I want to give you a little bit of what God's doing through our John and Roman distribution and then some personal things that I don't often do, just to let you know where we're at. So first of all, we're doing mailing to New Brunswick and now part of Quebec. And I want to tell you that the phones have begun to ring. Pastor Eric Levier, who is a dear friend of mine, our ministry and our church, is fielding all the calls and all the correspondence because it's sometimes in French, sometimes in English, and he is fluent in both. And he has graciously, and their church has graciously, offered to man the phones and make sure that everybody gets answered. And so he's received some phone calls over these last few weeks. He had a man who got saved from New Brunswick, and unfortunately, there's not an independent church within 2 hours of where that man is. So we'll try to direct him to the best church that we can. But we did find out a lady called and said she was looking for a church. She was saved. She was thrilled to get a John and Romans in the mail, and she was looking for a church, and she happened to live about 750 meters, which isn't very far from his parents, and so they're going to connect with her and help her to get into a good independent Baptist church there in Quebec. So some great things are happening there. Many folks very excited to receive the Word of God, many of them saying they've never read the Word of God before. And so we're so thrilled that this is actually working the way that we hoped and prayed it would. Please continue. There's a lot more to do there. On a personal note, I have been doing a lot of traveling. In fact, I'll be here in Michigan this week. I drive home Friday night. I'll jump on a plane, and I'll be headed to Kelowna, British Columbia, where I'll be preaching a revival service at a Man Up conference there in Kelowna. So some great things there. And then continuing on, busy all summer, doing a couple more camps, one in Ontario, one back here in Michigan, up in the Upper Peninsula. I think most of you know by now that Ruthie and I have had our fourth grandchild. Little Miles Andrew Panamick came into the world, and we are thrilled to have number 4. 3 boys and a girl, and spending time with them whenever we can. Nana gets a little more time than Poppy, but I'm glad to get any time that I can. So some great things happening there as well. So I'm asking you to pray, continue to pray. We're still trying to raise our matching amount of $250,000 Canadian or $186,000 US. And I would really ask, this is the time of year when people have gotten some income tax money back. Maybe you've set a little bit aside for vacation they're not using. Boy, we'd really like to get this project done and then start on reaching America with the gospel as well. So some great news to share with you. I hope you have a wonderful summer. I probably won't get another report back till probably the latter part of summer. Just a lot going on, a lot of things going on in churches, and then we'll catch up again. But I want to thank you for your support. I want to thank you for your faithfulness. I want to thank you most of all for the prayers. We're seeing souls saved, 2 at this camp already and a few more days to go. And I'm thinking in the next couple services, we're going to see a number of kids not only get saved, but dedicate their lives to Jesus Christ. Over the last 2 nights that I've been preaching, we've had well over those 200 kids come to the altar and do business with the Lord, and it's so exciting to see. So I'm grateful for that. Again, God bless you, thank you, and keep your prayers focused on the Canadian Gospel Project and my ministry of preaching, not only to present and promote the Canadian Gospel Project, but as in a revival format as well. God bless you. I appreciate you.